Well, hi there everyone and welcome. Today's recipe is for another meal in a jar, and this one is for a stuffed pepper soup. Some people call it an unstuffed pepper soup, but this recipe is based on a soup that I really enjoy at a local restaurant. There's a little town outside of where I live, and it's called Marion, Texas. They have a little corner cafe called Gigi's, and they have a fantastic stuffed pepper soup. And the cook there, she was so kind. The last time we went and I had her soup, I asked her if she would share with me the seasoning she puts in her soup, and that is what I based my recipe on. It is full of flavor, loaded with vegetables, as well as the meat and the rice. I think y'all are going to really enjoy this one. We're going to start out with a quart-sized jar because I want to do 4 or 5 servings of this, but this is easily cut in half. If you only want 2 or 3 servings, you could cut all of the ingredients in half and then put it in a pint-sized jar. Now, I always start off by blitzing my ground beef in the blender. I pulse my ground beef in the blender because I like the texture much better. It refreshes a lot faster. And I just don't like the little nuggets it comes in, to be honest. So I always put them in the blender, just a few pulses. Now I'm adding half a cup of uncooked raw medium grain white rice. You can use the Thrive Life instant rice if you like, but it will get a little bit mushy on you. So I like the texture of the raw rice, and then I like to just cook it in the soup so it takes on a really great flavor. The secret to the delicious sauce is our tomato sauce. It already has Italian seasoning in it, and it just gives a very rich, full flavor to the soup. I'm putting 2 kinds of peppers in here, both the red and the green bell peppers, as well as zucchini, celery. We're going to put 2 kinds of onions and carrots in here as well. There's a lot of food going in this jar, so every once in a while just stop and press it down. Here are the seasonings that the cook at Gigi's Cafe said that she uses: salt, pepper, and thyme, as well as onion powder, garlic powder, and just a tiny pinch of cayenne. You can always eliminate that if you don't want that in your soup. It doesn't really make it spicy, but it does add a little bit of heat in the background, just a little bit. I decided I wanted to add some parmesan to this because I really like the salty bite that the parmesan gives. I love garlic. I put garlic in mostly everything I make. Now, once again, I'm going to kind of shake this, press it down, make some more room in the top, but it's easily done because of the freeze-dried ingredients. There's a lot of give to those, so you can really fit quite a few things in these jars. Okay, and there are my onions and my carrots. I kind of forgot to put those in earlier. As you're layering your jar, you want to put some things that have bulk and then some powdered things to fill in the gaps. And you just kind of go back and forth, and that's how you end up fitting everything into the jar. This is going to keep on your shelf for a long time if you put that oxygen absorber in there. And isn't it lovely? So that is what you would store on your pantry shelf. And of course, this would make a wonderful gift. Christmas time is coming up, and this is the kind of gift that people really do need. It's a very thoughtful thing to give, the gift of food. It's also very simple to prepare because it's a just add water recipe. And when you're ready to prepare it, you'll get out a large soup pot. My pot was just not big enough. I should have gotten a bigger pot. I sort of ran out of room. Once you get the contents of your jar into your pot, you're going to need to add 7 cups of water. I didn't even have room for all 7. I started out with 6, and then I added a 7th cup later on. But yeah, you do need quite a bit of water if you're going to use raw rice and cook the rice in there. And I'm going to go ahead and stir this as I'm bringing it to a boil. I stirred it a couple of times, but just look at those gorgeous ingredients. Our food is so beautiful when you add water to it. Those colors just deepen, and I love the colors of our vegetables. Once you bring this to a boil, give it a stir and turn down your temperature to low because we're going to cook the rice, and you need to cover it, a tight-fitting lid, and let it simmer for 20 minutes on low with no peeking. That rice needs to cook. And then after 20 minutes of cook time, this is what you have. My rice did stick just a tad on the bottom, but not too much. It came up easily as I stirred it. But you can see that it's sort of too thick. Well, for my preferences, I like my soup a little soupier. And so I added an extra cup of water. So that was a total of 7 cups of water that I added to this. Go ahead and give it a taste and adjust your seasonings. I ended up putting some salt, and then I added some brown sugar. I added 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now this is optional, but it's just something that I enjoy the flavor of the sweet pepper, and this brings out the flavor of the sweet pepper. It doesn't make it really a sweet soup. It just kind of rounds out the flavor and gives it a fantastic finish. And so this is what you have. Isn't it nice and thick? Now at Gigi's Corner Cafe, they serve their soup with some saltine crackers, and I thought that was delicious. I had mine with a salad and some saltines, and it was just perfect. I just thought it was really lovely. And let me tell you, it tasted wonderfully. In fact, my husband and my daughter, who have both had the soup at Gigi's Cafe, both of them said that this was identical to that soup. They really liked it. We enjoyed it so much, and I'm so thankful to bring this recipe to you today. I hope you give it a try. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're interested in ordering any of the food that you see featured in my videos, just click on my shopping link and you can peruse the store. Right now we're available in the USA and in Canada. It's an online shopping that gets delivered straight to your door. Thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate you. Y'all have a blessed day, and until next time, y'all take care and keep thriving.